Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing spring favorites. Typically I break these up into high-end and affordable, but I don't have that many affordable products this time. I mean, there are definitely some, but it just wasn't enough for me to separate into its own video. So we're just gonna hit all of the favorites. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jamie. I do beauty videos 2 to 3 times a week, and my favorites I split quarterly. So I have a spring, summer, fall, and winter edition. Instead of doing it monthly, it just gives me more time to really test and try products, to really know what are my favorites, because sometimes, you know, if I've only used a product a short time, I might call it a favorite and then later just it's not. So I want to make sure that whatever I'm putting in these videos that is living on my channel it contains things that I actually love. Does that make sense? So this is the spring edition. These are all the products that I've been loving throughout the entire spring. I know, we're about to get into summer. I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled because I live in Las Vegas and it is hell here on earth. But I'm just like, you know, it'll go by fast. It'll go by fast. So if you guys would like to see my favorite things that I was using and loving the most throughout the spring, then keep on watching. Oh my God, I have a lot. I guess I didn't realize how much. Shit. Here's my question for you before we jump into it. Are you guys interested in lifestyle favorites? Because I almost always keep it to like makeup. I have a skincare favorites video that I'm kind of working on. I have a lot of skincare content. I know you guys are like dying for it. It's coming. Just be patient with me. So I don't have any skincare favorites right now to share in this video. I do have hair, and I have one lifestyle thing, and then I have a couple of things that that didn't work out for me, things that I did not like. But it's mostly makeup. But if you guys are interested in some of my lifestyle favorites, I could do a video just dedicated to that, like maybe like my favorite things on Amazon, or like I know a lot of people are doing those types of videos. I just didn't know if you guys would be into it, so let me know if you are. I will do those like periodically. But in terms of makeup favorites, I guess we'll just jump into those. So the first thing I want to talk about is my precious. This is the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collaboration. This collection just rocked my world. I did an entire dedicated video to this collection. I am just so in love with it. Today is actually the day the finale is airing. I'm so nervous because I hated the second to last episode. It was the worst episode in the entire 8 seasons, in my opinion. I think they're destroying this last season, in my opinion, but the makeup collection is epic. So this eyeshadow palette is probably my favorite thing out of the entire collection. I am an eyeshadow person. I love palettes. And so this palette just did it for me. This palette is what dreams are made of. I just loved it. Some people didn't. I did. I don't love that I can't take it with me, that it has to be attached to this piece. That was the only thing I didn't love about it. But in terms of the formula, in terms of the shades, the only thing I would have liked to see in this palette is a matte dark brown. Like, I wish this shade here was matte, and then this palette would be flawless, because having this bronze and this bronze be shimmery to me doesn't make the most sense. I mean, this is a bronzy, I mean, it's bronze. This is true bronze, right? And so this shade here is a dark brown, but it's a shimmery dark brown, and I just don't feel like I needed those two in this palette. Like, I would have just, I think a darker brown would have just made a lot more looks possible. That said, you know, the Lannister red kind of serves as your dark brown in this palette, even though it's not really, like, that's the shade that I have in my crease right now. It's more of like a brick red color. but I use it kind of like I would with a dark brown, and you know, it's fine. I can just dip into another palette and get a matte brown. It's not the end of the world. But if I have to give it one critique, you know what I mean? I have these colors on my lids today. So, I do have Lannister Red in the crease. I blended it out with my Nymeria. And then I have the Red Keep here. I have House Targaryen kind of in the center. And then I have King's Landing in the inner part, and then I just have some Urban Decay heavy metal glitter kind of sprinkled all over my lid just to give it some extra pop. I have Hard Home in my inner corner, and I have some glitter kind of on top of that as well. So that's what I've got on my eyes today. I have just been so obsessed with this palette, but like I said, I did an entire video on it, so we're gonna just move along. But while we're on the subject of Game of Thrones, this Mother of Dragons highlight palette was another thing that I used a ton this spring. I love it so much. Not something that I would look at and think that I would love that much, but these two colors blended together make the most beautiful champagne color of life. And, you know, on their own, they're like fine, but like blended together, it's like the most gorgeous thing. So I've been using this as a combo deal. And then I have this one on my shoulders right now. I don't know if you guys can see, and right there. You see her? Whew, so pretty. Anyway, so I really, really love this too. Another eyeshadow palette that I've been loving this spring is the BH Color Festival palette. So good, you guys. This is what it looks like. I did a look with the peaches that I posted on Instagram. Actually, I wore it in a video as well. I'll put a picture up of the look just so you guys can see, but everybody loved that look. I got a lot of compliments and questions about that look, and it was this palette. I used this shade Groove and Candy and Banger to create that look, and it's just stunning. It's giving me that ColourPop Sweet Talk palette vibes, you know? But anyway, there are a lot of different colors in this palette. You could just do so much with it. There are browns. We'll say the browns, the matte brown shades in here do lean very warm. So, you know, if you want a cool tone look with like crease colors, you're not really going to get that. This color Chic here is a really great transition shade. And then DJ, that one, it looks darker in the pan, but it is a very warm shade as well. But, you know, they're beautiful and pigmented, blend out beautifully, a really great formula. I just have really been enjoying it. I've been going to it every chance I can, you know. I love it. It's got a lot of color. It's got a lot of neutrals. It's gorgeous. Another eyeshadow palette, and one that is kind of new to me, it's not new, but it's new to me, is the Huda Nude palette. I got this, actually a friend gifted it to me like shortly after the VIB sale. This is the palette my dreams were made of. Not everybody's dreams, but my dreams. This is so gorgeous to me. Like this is the feeling that this palette evokes in me is why I love makeup, you know? It is just like everything. Like I look at it, it's like a moth to a flame. I'm like glitter, like nude, like pinky nude, like gorgeousness. Just love it so, so much. These shimmers are probably the most gorgeous shimmer formula I've ever seen. The glitters are so fun. It's just, it's a beautiful palette. You can do night looks, you can do day looks, and the formula is great. I've been just having so much fun with this like the last couple weeks. So I did want to bring it up because I'm probably going to be using this all summer long. Next I have a face palette. This one I've been using for about a month now. This is the Cover FX Face Perfector or Perfector Face Palette in light medium, I believe. Yeah, light medium. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I really didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do, but like this highlight shade I've been using probably every day since I tried this palette. Like, it's so gorgeous. Doesn't cling to texture. It really gives you that like lit from within glow. I've been laying that down first. I've even been applying it up here, where I would never recommend putting anything that's too glittery because it will create texture that might not even be there. But this shade, it just gives that, like, you see the like sheen on my forehead? It just gives like a healthy lit from within glow. I do have a little of the Game of Thrones on top of it on my cheekbones, but other than that, I've been using that shade, Starlight, nonstop. I've also been using the brightening shade a lot in my inner corner. The other shades I use kind of once in a while. The blush shade, actually, this one, it isn't my favorite. I don't not like it, but it's not my favorite. It's weird. I look at it in the pan and it looks like a blush I would just love, but for some reason it comes off like very, very bright, so I have to be in the right mood for it. But aside from that, like just overall, this is a great palette. This is one I would definitely pack to travel. I love it. Speaking of blush, obsessed with this blush. This is the Maxi Blush from Rimmel in the shade Third Base. Now this is like my ideal blush color. It's like a corally, peachy shade. It's not too peach and it's not too pink. It's like right in the middle. It looks great with everything. I have it on my face right now. It just gives a very natural flush to the skin. It doesn't look like, oh, she's wearing blush. Like, it just looks like, oh, you know, she's healthy. And it's affordable because it's Rimmel. Next I have the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer and the Magic Star Powder. I did an entire dedicated video with a first impression / review of these products. I was blown away by them when I tried them. I still love them. I've been using them a lot. I have the powder on right now, not the concealer. I have a different concealer on, but I do have the powder on. I have been using it like just about every day. I did kind of take a break for like a week and I used the Hourglass Veil powder a lot because I was testing and trying it, but I keep going back to this one because it is so good. And it's $22, so you can't beat that. But it gives me everything I want in a powder. It blurs. It looks great, right? It blurs my pores. It brightens. It sets my makeup. It's fantastic. Another concealer that I've been loving is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This one is like if Shape Tape and Too Faced Born This Way had a baby. That is this formula. It's a little more hydrating than Shape Tape like Too Faced is, but it dries down a little bit more matte than Too Faced does, kind of like Shape Tape. I will say that it dries really quickly. So if you put it all over your face and you don't blend fast enough, it's going to be rough for you. So I recommend putting it on in stages. So like I'll put it on in one area, blend it out, then put it on the other, blend it out. You know what I mean? Because I can't blend that fast to get it blended in my whole face if I put it on there first, you know. That's the one downside to this, but it's $5 and you get the fullest coverage. It's so good. Like, I cannot recommend this enough, especially if you're a girl on a budget and you want like a full coverage concealer. So good. Next at the drugstore, we have the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. I've been using this mascara a ton this spring. I did write an entire article on my blog, glamlatte.com, about this mascara as a dupe for Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. The wand is the same. The formula is the same. Like, these are almost an exact dupe. And this is $8. And that one, I believe, is like 24-ish, 22, 24. So you can't beat it. This is a really good mascara, you guys. Next is the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I talked about this in my VIB haul video. I tried it on and I was telling you guys, like, I'm so impressed with this foundation. It got a bad rap. It got a bad rap because it launched with a shitty shade range and they came out with more shades later, but after that, everyone was like over it and nobody talked about it. And you guys, you're missing out. I'm going to tell you that right now because this formula is so beautiful on the skin. Ever since I got this, it's like the only foundation I'm wearing, except for today. Only because I had to shoot another video and I had to wear a different foundation for that video. But Aside from that, this is the only foundation I've been wearing all spring since I got it. Like, I love it so, so much. It's just every time I wear it, my skin looks beautiful. Like, I don't have to worry about it. It's long wearing enough, you know? I would say you could get a good 8 to 10 hours out of it. Maybe longer depending. I haven't given it a full wear test because I just didn't feel like you guys would be that into it. And so, but I have never been in a situation where I'm wearing it for a long time and I look and my skin looks like shit. So I can't say for sure what the wear time is on it, but it isn't like a, you know, and then at the end of the day it's all broken up or anything. Like, it still looks gorgeous. Like, I love it. Next is another item that I got at the VIB sale, and that is the Fenty, what is the full name? The Sunstalker Bronzer in Caramel Cutie. So this came in a little mini pack with one of the sticks, her match sticks, and I wanted to get the small one because I wanted to try out both products actually, because I had never tried either one. How do I do this bronzer any justice? First off, you look at it in the pan, and that looks, ooh, a little warm, yeah? Caramel. Probably not right for my skin, right? Okay, it's on my face. You can't screw these bronzers up. I would venture to guess I could probably put any of the shades on and make it work. Because when you put it on, it doesn't deposit a lot of color all at once. You build it up and you blend it out, and it blends out like it's being airbrushed across the skin. It doesn't get patchy. It doesn't, like, you can't like load it too much on in an area, or, you know what I mean? You have to work hard to build it up to a point where it's not right for you. You know what I mean? I mean, I suppose if you were like super fair and you stuck this on, maybe. But like, see how warm it looks in the pan, but like how beautiful it looks on the skin. These bronzers, I did not think this color was going to work for me, you guys. But, you know, when I swatched it in the store, I thought Island Ting was going to be the right one for me, which it probably will be. Like, I could probably use that one too, and I will be getting more of these because this is probably the best bronzer I've ever put on my face in my entire life. I don't know what to say. This bronzer is everything. I'm telling you, airbrushed, doesn't look patchy, doesn't look chalky, doesn't look too warm, doesn't look too cool. Like, it's just, it's beautiful. The formula is beautiful. Beautiful. So I will be getting a big one, a full size of that for sure. Okay, next we have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. So I did get this in PR with the Goof Proof pencil as well, because they did expand their shade range to half sizes or half colors. So their shade range is like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and they started doing like 0.5, 0.75 to add to their shade range. So this one here is 3.75, warm medium brown. I think it's warm medium brown. But anyways, that's what I have in my brows right now. Literally since I've gotten this, it's the only brow pencil I've used. I don't know how I lived my life without this. Like, personally, I love a skinny pencil. Like, that's my favorite way to do my brows. I started out being like a ride or die ABH Brow Wiz person. Then I discovered the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, which is like a dupe that's like $7.99, and that was it. I was done with ABH, and I just stuck with the L'Oreal, which I stayed pretty true to until Urban Decay Street Style Brow Collection came out, and their brow blade with the pen on one side and the pencil on the other. That was like, I was in love with that for months and months. And then I got this. To say this is the best brow pencil I've ever used is such an understatement. And this is the best spoolie. I don't know what it is about this spoolie. It's like firm. It's like more firm than any other spoolie. So it just, the way that it brushes your hair, like the hair is like, I don't know, it's magical. I know. It's crazy to say that about a spoolie. I know. I understand how ridiculous that is. But I'm telling you, the spoolie is amazing. And the formula of this is amazing. Every time I do my brows, I'm like, I'm having a good brow day. Again, it pains me to, be back in love with a brow product this expensive. When you compare it to the drugstore, and there's so many good brow products at the drugstore. CoverGirl has a great one, and then, L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal. But I don't know if I'll ever part with this. I don't know if I can ever not have this in my life. Another product that I've been using a ton this spring is from Morphe, and that is this Makeup Talk lip pencil. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that L'Oreal matte, the Color Riche matte pencils are my favorite lip liner. They are creamy, they are pigmented, they're waterproof, they're affordable, and their shade Mattes It is like the perfect mauvey pinky nude color that, for me, it's my favorite shade on planet Earth. So it's in a lip pencil. And this one from Morphe is like $4, where that one is like 10 or, like 10. Same color. It's like a dupe. So I have been using it. That's what I'm wearing now. I love it so much. I've also been using the Morphe lipstick in Wifey with it. Also, what is on my lips right now, which is a nice pinky nude color. I just love these colors together. It's just my dream team combo when it comes to shades. And the formula is nice. This doesn't wear as long. This pencil doesn't wear as long as the L'Oreal one. Obviously, the L'Oreal one is waterproof. So in the summer when it's hot, I'll probably go back to using the L'Oreal one. But for now, I'm loving. It's really good. How many lip pencils do you think I have in this shade? A lot. Just in general, I collect lip pencils that are as close to this shade in every freaking brand that makes lip pencils. It's crazy. So I think that's it for makeup favorites. I wanted to talk about a few things that didn't work out for me. This Vegas sun has been killing me. Can you see these tan lines? I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're real. Do you see how red and awful my skin looks? My chest skin, I have been putting on sunscreen, which when I lived in LA, I didn't really have to do very often. The sun is so brutal that I'll go out for 30 minutes and just power walk just to get some cardio in, and I come back and I look like I spent an entire day in the sun. My skin is taking a beating here. But I really want to spend as much time outdoors as I can right now while the weather will allow me to, because very soon it's going to get so hot here that I literally am going to be trapped in my house because you can't go outside. It's like being in an oven. You can't breathe. It's like the air is coming in on you. It's awful. Turn your oven on to 500 and then stick your head in. That's what it's like in Vegas in the summer. And I'm not exaggerating. It's horrendous. But anyway, I've been on a mission to find a good sunscreen. Now, I've always used Neutrogena sunscreens because they make 70 and 100 and 110 and really powerful sunscreens that work really well. But since starting my beauty podcast and interviewing some industry people, I've come to learn that the chemicals in sunscreen are horrendous for us. There's a chemical called oxybenzone that is in sunscreen, and what it does is it sucks up the sun rays and it holds it in, and then you absorb it into your skin, where a mineral sunscreen that has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide acts as a reflector, so the rays bounce away, right? So oxybenzone is also horrible for our environment. It kills coral reef. It's it's just bad in every way. It's endocrine disruptor, but it's in all of the sunscreens. So finding a mineral sunscreen, I went to Target. I put it on Insta stories. Every single sunscreen at Target, with the exception of about 5, had oxybenzone in them. And the 5 that didn't were like really expensive. So that's frustrating. So I was digging through my drawers and I'm like, I gotta have something. And I stumbled upon this Coola product, which is a mineral sunscreen. It's unscented. It's for the face. It's SPF 30. Great. Putting it on my chest. I do have one from Peter Thomas Roth that is mineral that I've been using. That's like 45. And that works pretty well, but I'm like, shit, I don't want to use like this really expensive sunscreen on, you know, on my body when it's meant for the face, you know? I should save it for my face. So I tried to use this on my body. I tried to use this on my face. Literally, it was like I didn't put anything on at all. I got so burned. I had such a bad farmer tan. Like, I tried this like 3 different times. And then I even tried this one. And it was a disaster. Like, I don't know if maybe they expired. I don't know what. But, like, this has titanium dioxide 5.6%. The stuff at the store I found was 21%. So, I don't know. This did nothing for me, is the moral of the story. And this is not cheap stuff. Like, I got this in PR, like, last summer, I think. It's not inexpensive, you know? I was really disappointed. Really disappointed in that. The other thing that didn't work out for me is this No Problem Primer from Touch and Soul. Smooth and pore covering, top secret for perfect makeup. I don't like you. No. This did nothing. It did less than nothing. When you say that you're pore covering, my standards are like way up here. My pores are my problem area, and this did nothing. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I had high hopes. Listen, there's nothing I want more in life than to find something that works better than Tatcha Silk Canvas so that I don't have to spend $52. Okay? My dream. If I had one makeup wish, that's what it would be. Give me a Tatcha Silk Canvas and make it $35, you know? No. Just no. It didn't do anything for me. It was like, you know, did it keep my makeup on? I don't know, because I was too busy paying attention to the fact that my pores were front and center and in my face. No. The other item that didn't work out for me, I did do a video on, I no longer have, but it is the Huda Not Your Mama's Pantyhose Body Glow. If you guys want to check out my very short but sweet review where I tell you why I don't like it, I'll link that in the description box down below, but it just did not work out for me at all. Moving right along so that this video isn't 10 years long, I want to talk about a couple of hair products. The first one is this Healthy Sexy Hair Style Paste. I've been loving this because, look, I have, let me see if I can demo. See all this? Broken hair, new growth, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Stress breakage, but anyway, flyaways from hell, okay? Okay? So, when I wear my hair back, like so, I still get like all these little pieces. I've never really had to use a style paste before, but hey, listen, I have a lot of stress in my life. So what I like to do is take it in my finger and just kind of rub together, and I just press it down onto my head, and it just smooths everything out without giving it that like crusty feeling, you know what I mean? And it makes my hair like look sleek, and you know, you can't tell that I have any of those flyaways I just showed you. So I've really been loving this. The smell, I mean, it smells nice. It does have a scent to it, but it's, you know, it's fine. And it doesn't leave my hair feeling crunchy. So when I take my hair down and I brush it through, it's like I never put this in, you know? So I really like it for that reason. 2 other hair products I've been using. The Mending Infusion Repair from Moroccan Oil and the Moroccan Oil Treatment Oil. I've been using these kind of together. I did recently get my hair done, so it looks a lot better than it did. But before that, my split ends were this long. And so I was using this Mending Infusion. It's supposed to be like a split end repair. You apply it to your ends as like a finisher. And it just helps, you know, them from looking like ratty. So I really do like that. And then I just love putting oils in my hair. This Moroccan oil is really great. I just would put it in the ends of my hair. That's what I usually do, just to give it shine and just, you know, give the gloss and a little bit of hydration. So I've really been liking those two. My one lifestyle item is this candle from Illume Candles. This is Thai Lily. It has like this gold lid. Here's the candle inside. It smells amazing, but what I love about it is this container. Like, I love to get beautiful candle containers, and then when the candle is done, use it for like my makeup brushes or, you know, Q-tips or whatever. Like, just storage, like, because it's just so pretty, you know? And I love this. I think it's gorgeous. I can't wait until the candle part is done so that I can use it for other things, because it's such a pretty container. But this candle reminds me of Anthropologie. You know the scent when you walk into Anthropologie? Yeah, that's what this reminds me of, and I love that scent. It's like my favorite part of going to Anthropologie is how good it smells inside. Yeah, this is a good candle. It's a little on the pricier side, but if you figure that you're getting this reusable jar that you're going to then be able to put your makeup brushes in, it's totally worth it in my opinion. So that is it for my spring favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Was there something on my list that was on your list too? Leave me a comment and let me know. If there's something not on my list that you were loving for spring, let me know that too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GLAMLATTE. Mostly I'm on Instagram, and I always post my makeup looks. You'll find this makeup look posted on IG with all the details on what's on my face. You can always find that information if you ever see me in a makeup look. It's usually on Instagram, or it will be on Instagram. Don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and CastBox. All those details will be in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold